Hi, friends. It is 02/22/22, February 22nd, 2022, and it's been since November 2021 that I've posted videos. Some things have happened. In December, I made videos every week, and I did not get them uploaded. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and upload them, post recording to tell you all what's been going on. Something happened in November. Well, actually, it came out in the beginning of December. I was approached by another anti-MLM YouTuber, who I'm not going to mention because she's a friend, had been approached by a producer to make a documentary about people who have been in the multi-level marketing industry and have suffered from the exploitation and predatory behavior and lost lots of money. And because I've been in 29 different ones, I had a good story to tell that could help people not get into those kinds of businesses again. And you know what? I don't know producers. I don't know people in Hollywood, or this one was on the East Coast. I don't know who's scrupulous, who's not, who's ethical, who's not, because I've never been through this kind of thing before. I was excited to be able to tell my story, and there were 4 other anti-MLMers too who were going to work on the project. And it was an independent producer, and come to find out that she was exploiting us the way the multi-level marketing companies do. The production company actually contacted us and had told us to cut contact with that producer. So she's just ruined the whole project, and so it's been shelved. And that was the first opportunity for me to be able to tell my story with the multi-level marketing history. And it was a betrayal of trust. Those of you who've been watching my videos, you know I'm a childhood sexual assault survivor and rape and gang rape survivor. So trust issues, it's a big time issue for me, and I suffer from PTSD because of what I went through. It's a daily struggle. In fact, I'm working right now with the VA to try to get 100% disability because they gave me 90. And I feel it should be 100 because I cannot work out of the home. I can't even work in the home getting paid a wage from someone else. Okay, so anyway, I'm working with them to try to get 100% because of mostly the PTSD. But anyway, when something like that happens in your life and you put yourself out there, it was a really big deal for me to come on YouTube and start a channel in the first place. And that actually started back when the pandemic hit. And I had decided I wanted to become a public speaker. So I was following people who could mentor me and help me get out there, just to realize that, God, there's people out there that just don't have honesty or integrity, that will take advantage of you, exploit you, and you have to really be careful. And so this just made me crawl back into my shell. And this is why I would make the videos. And yeah, I would drink alcohol. Not a lot, just a couple glasses of wine, and then get inspired and make a video. And that's what it was taking for me to be able to tell my story. I have video on the next chapter in Growing Up Mormon, another one on the multi-level marketing history that I've started, that session. I think there was another video. And all of those, I was a little tipsy. I don't think you all can tell, but that was one of my New Year's goals. Was to stop drinking at least until our anniversary in July, because I wanted to be able to come on here and be authentic and transparent without alcohol. I've had a history in the past with alcohol abuse, and I'm just trying to just get away from that. But I do enjoy a good glass of wine. Anyway, so I'm gonna start uploading those videos that I did in December, and they'll have the date on it. I still don't know how to edit these videos, guys. I don't know how to come on here and say, okay, here's a video I did back in December here and put it on here. I have to learn how to do that. But I can't keep it, I can't use that for an excuse to keep me from posting videos because that's an issue I have is I feel intimidated by the technology. I'm going to be 60 in April. Okay, so I'm very old school. Apps on my smartphone, I hate using that stuff. It was a really big deal when I got on Facebook back in 2007 or 8 or 9 or whatever it was. And I've just deactivated that account last August because I was having a really hard time seeing stuff being posted on there by fellow Toastmasters. And Toastmasters is another video I need to do to tell you all about the journey with that so I can save some people some heartache because my husband and we've had to separate from that organization over predatory behavior and there being a high demand organization. So there's a lot of stories to tell here, and I realize I'm kind of rambling on here. I haven't made, like I said, I haven't made a video since December, so it's been 2 months, a little over 2 months, but I haven't posted anything since November, and I want to start doing that again because I want to have content that's relatable to people and be able to tell my story in a way that people who are out there who can benefit from my stories can be reached, okay? And the way I've been doing it is they're not eye grabbers for the algorithms on YouTube, and I don't really understand all that stuff. I try to. I don't know how to do thumbnails or banners or any of this fancy stuff a lot of these people get into. Right now, in our home, okay, I'll tell you why this is. We're in Central Texas, and we're just now at the end of the cedar pollen season. Anybody who lives in this area that has allergies, they know what I'm talking about. The cedar pollen from the male cedars gets so bad that people get sick. There's people that have gotten asthma from the trees because of their allergies. That will get something called cedar fever, which is like the flu. And my body tried a couple times to get cedar fever. My husband actually got COVID. He got the Omicron. When we've been immunized, didn't make any difference. Thank God I didn't, and our son did not get COVID from him. But he has damaged lungs from multiple deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. So he damaged lungs, and that's another thing I'm working on right now, helping him work with the VA to get him 100% because he's only got 30% and he should have more. Because he almost ended up in the hospital with the COVID. They just sent you home to wait it out now, basically, unless it's a really serious case. I think it was perpetuated by the dang cedar allergies. So we live in the hill country. There's cedars all over our property. And this past year, I was diagnosed with glaucoma, as well as vitreous detachment, which can be a precursor to retinal detachment. And if you have issues with either one of those things, you have to be within a 30-minute radius of a emergency room, because if you get retinal detachment, you have to have emergency LASIK surgery. Glaucoma, they have me on the drops and they're watching me, but the closest ER for us is 40 minutes because we live in the sticks. And this made us realize that, you know what, we really should move back down towards San Antonio. My husband works in San Antonio, so he's driving every day an hour one way, excuse me, and then coming home it takes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours because of the traffic. So this whole thing with doctors and healthcare just made us realize, you know what, that we probably need to move down there closer. And so in December, while all this was going on with the whole documentary fall through, we were looking at homes in Schertz, Texas, because it's a really nice little town behind Randolph Air Force Base, and we're both veterans. We want to be close to the base. Our doctors are there now through TRICARE. I'm probably oversharing, but anyway, we found out that because of supplies, I mean, you all read the news, you know that there's a supply shortage because they can't get enough people to deliver the supplies or they can't find them. I mean, it's one thing after another. And so new homes are taking a lot longer to build. We built this house, took 5 months and it went over schedule. The last home we were in was a new construction and it was 5-6 weeks over schedule. Because if it rains, that puts the schedule off and things happen. But right now it's even more because they cannot get the materials, and some of the home builders are using some pretty shitty materials, and people showing up to work is another issue. So we were looking for a house that was already built, one that was 10 years old or newer, and realized that there's like home bidding wars. People are bidding on a home and they'll bid 20,000-30,000 over what the seller is asking. And then the buyer will waive the inspection and waive the appraisal just to outbid somebody else. And I was like, are you kidding me? Don't ever buy a home without having an appraisal and without having an inspection done. Unless you're a builder or you're a flipper who wants to pay cash and then go in there expecting you're going to find issues and then you're going to have to fix it yourself. Because we bid on this really nice home in Cibolo it was a military family that was getting ready to move, and we bid more than what they were asking, but we got outbid because the other person waived their appraisal. And see, we're getting a VA loan, and VA requires you have to have an appraisal and a inspection because the VA cares about the kind of home you move into. I was just like, what? Are you kidding me? This is what it's going to have to be to get a house? And I thought, you know what? Oh God, that was the same week with when the whole documentary thing blew up, and this was first part of December, so I just kind of shut down. And then we go through the holidays and start the new year, and then the cedar fever hits, and then my husband gets COVID, and he needs to be close to doctors too. And so I'm looking at this thinking, you know, what would be wrong? What would be so bad about building another house? And so I started looking, and you know what? As long as you're patient, you can have a really nice home, brand new home. So we put a contract down on a brand new construction, home in Shirts. I just had my coffee and I'm burping. So it's building. They said first it would be August, but they knew it was going to be more like October. I'm thinking it's going to be more like December. Or maybe next January, I don't know. And that's fine. So, when you're building a new house, you have to keep going back and forth to check on things and to get the inspections done. And then, so that means we're selling the house we're in because we're not keeping... Canyon Lake's a nice place to live if you like going out on the lake and if you want to completely withdraw from society. And I've noticed that I for my own mental health, I can't do that, and we need to be close to the doctors. So we've been up here almost 4 years, and it's time to go back to civilization. So so that's what we're doing, and it's a lot of stress because we're trying to get a mortgage for that, and I got to dig up all the damn paperwork to give to the mortgage companies, and then this while I'm trying to get the disability updated for myself at the VA, and actually exploring Social Security disability. And then my husband's VA disability. I have to completely help him with this because his job is so demanding and he's trying to build a side business. He doesn't have time. So I'm doing it. And then our son, who I've talked about this a little bit in videos, he's 24, he's almost 25. He has autism. He's been denied Social Security twice. And we're at that point now where we found an attorney that's going to help us, and we're going to go do that again. And this time we're going to get it. So all of that takes time because you got to dig up all your documentation. You've got to be seeing doctors, getting documentation. I mean, it's a lot of time. So, one of my goals for 2022, here we are at the end of February, is to get on here and make at least a video a week. But what I'm going to do is go into Facebook. Last year at this time, my speaking mentor, Darren LaCroix, challenged all of us that were in his Stage Time University organization, and we're still with them. He challenged us to doing daily videos for 77 days. And the 77 days is his own personal number that I can, I guess I can put a link down there that explains why he chose that number. But he said, you got to at least get on here. 2 minutes, 2-minute video. That's all you need to do is get on here every day for 2 minutes to get used to being in front of the camera, get used to using the technology and putting yourself out there. And I did that I kept doing it up to like 89 days. And what I'd like to do is get those videos and start posting them on here every day. And then when I'm done with the 89 days, I'll start doing new ones. Okay. So you'll start seeing videos on here every day. If I can get them downloaded off Facebook. I know there's a way to do that. Excuse me. But anyway, that's what's in the works here. And I'm going to be doing the next session in the Growing Up Mormon and then leaving twice, as well as the multi-level marketing history, the next in the segment. My military history stories, because that's completely separate from those other sessions, as well as Toastmasters. I've talked about this before, that I was going to do a video. It was just a matter of timing and realizing when I was ready to talk about it without getting really emotionally charged. And I think that's all I wanted to go on here and say. I'm going to upload this video first. So you be looking for the other videos from December that I'm going to be. I have to go back in and edit them again because there's going to be links to other videos for each video. This one, I'll just put Darren LaCroix's 77-day video explanation down here. And then that's it. And I'll get used to this again, and I'll figure out how to do the editing and make the videos a little prettier. I know that the quality of the video looks like it, at least for me on my end, it's kind of grainy. My husband's completely taken over the studio, and right now it is a mess. I can't walk in there. My OCD will not let me go in there and do a video without just totally freaking out. So that's why I'm in my bedroom with my computer on the dresser with the wall behind me, and the lighting's not the best. I probably should have just brought the ring light and plugged it in. I will next time, because I'm not doing this video again. I hope you all are well, and if you're feeling inclined to listen to me again and watch more of my videos, please subscribe, and please click the bell if you want notifications. And put in the comments section stuff you'd like to see me talking about. Some of you that have seen my other videos, there's a lot of things I can talk about. And I've put some food prep, at least one food prep video here. I'm doing the ketogenic diet, probably more lazy man's ketogenic diet. And that's my background, is food service and nutrition. My husband keeps telling me I need to do food prep videos for easy food prep and easy seasoning because I work with a lot of herbs. And sometimes people like to see that kind of thing. So, I mean, if you want to see that, let me know in the comments section. I've got a lot of knowledge about essential oils. And I'm actually in a program to become certified. I'm poking a stick at it. And then I'm in an herbalism program as well to use herbs for medicine. But I see a doctor too. Okay? I do see a doctor. I'm not one of those people that's like anti-doctor, because they both work hand in hand. Anyway, I don't want to get into a tangent. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.